All right, welcome to the hottest show on the planet.
Oh my goodness.
Show on the planet. Oh my
Let's
God.
start over.
No, really, this is my voice right now, guys. I haven't been
No, it's all
well,
good.
but it's still the hottest show on the planet. Even though I'm not feeling well, I'm still, love doing what we do here. And it's important that we get on, we talk about the things that's happening in our community. And we couldn't be doing the things we're doing without these two special guests that I have on today, two people that I adore and love to life. One is she needs no introduction. She's my partner in progress. Her name is Stephanie Kasperzak. Welcome, Stephanie.
Yeah. All right now.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And this guy right here, my brother, man, I love this guy. This guy is a true life changer in our community. The kids look up to him. He is somebody that is going to go down in history as a legend in our community. His spirit will never die. We will always respect and love this man. I love him to life. He is truly a champion of the people. And this is my brother, Todd Riggs. Welcome, Todd.
Thank you so much, champ. I appreciate that.
You know,
Excited, excited.
every time we get together and we start to put together these type of shows, Boxing Wars 2, by the way, this is a special edition IC Grade with class. It's really important that we talk about why we do the shows that we do. Um, Boxing is a really big deal in our city. It created champions. It
Yes.
created, when we talk about Todd, we talk about creating champions not only in the ring, but outside of the ring. And that is the important part of it. And Monroe is is a boxing town. And we can't thank you enough for your support over the years for Joe's Boxing and ALCC Boxing. It's because of you that we're successful. We have a lot of fighters right now that's going to be going on the world champions. We had some that became world champions. We had people like Bronco McCart. We had people like my brother Rico Hoy. We had fighters that's coming up right now like D Mills and all the other fighters that's coming up. So it will behoove you to continue to support our boxing program. We have a huge show coming up this Saturday, November 16th at the ALCC Opportunity Center.
Yes.
Todd, can you talk about why amateur boxing is so important and why they need to see these young fighters that you've been training for a while and all about Boxing Wars too?
Well, we're just trying to teach them the art of boxing, and it gives some of the kids, an avenue to if someday they want to pursue the professional career. But we just teach them just more than boxing. Like you tell, we teach them life skills, building champions inside the ring and outside the ring. Just teaching them basic life skills. I mean, manners, being respectful. Stuff like that. And it just helps us not only teach them that, but I don't like to get emotional, but it's some of these kids don't have a father in their life, and I try to help them in many other areas of their life in that, maybe to get a job and stuff like that. But as far as this show goes, yeah, I'm excited about this show. We have more fights this Saturday than I've ever had ever before with any kids on the show. We have maybe 10 of 11 of our own guys fighting on the show. So me and Keith and Derek will be busy this weekend for sure doing that. But yeah, we're just teaching the other kids that there's other sports out there besides football, basketball. Boxing's a great sport. Great sport.
Yeah, Stephanie, can you tell us since I'm sure before you came to the center, before MC took over, that MCVLP took over, that you knew nothing really about boxing. And since you've been here, you've been down in the gym, you've been seeing these young kids. Can you see from your perspective, for those that may not know a lot about boxing, why this program is important and what you've seen since you've been here?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I got a good right jab now. How about that? I'll start with that. Todd's taught me some things. But more important than that, I think that to me, you're right. I didn't have any experience with the boxing program prior to being at the Opportunity Center. But what I see is the importance of mentoring in young people's lives because and that goes for all of you on this call. We take for granted sometimes that what the Opportunity Center is for people, and we shouldn't, because each and every one of you have spent time talking to young people, encouraging young people. I've seen Todd over and over talking to kids about different things that are going on in their lives and encouraging them and supporting them. And And to me, the biggest message is about mentoring, because Todd has for decades really supported our kids in this community, and Aaron and Stefan, you both have as well. And I think that to me is the most important piece of what we do through boxing.
Welcome aboard, Steph, my brothers. I love my brother. How are you doing, bro? Last year, or 2 years ago, when we had Boxing Wars, the initial Boxing Wars, we had our brother, Rico, come back to be part of it. And that was so special for you and me, to see him come back, to have his fighters come here and come back to this community to fight again. And it was more than just boxing. It was an event for our family. It was an event for the community. It's something special when fighters that once came up through the boxing program also comes back to give, because Todd came up through the boxing program, Keith and Kevin and Bronco and Robert, all these great fighters that came from the boxing program to come back and give to these kids. Can you think about that, Steph, and what you saw with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, well, Adidas used to have this moniker, "Impossible is nothing." So it's about giving back, and also paying homage to the gentleman that trained you, and our neighborhood coaches, our neighborhood mentors. And like Aaron, like we talk about all the time, we always want to see everybody do well.
That's it.
That's our only goal, is see our community thrive and do well. And so that's what Todd instills, and also having some pride about where you came from.
Yes.
Once you leave, to come back, give back to the community that helped raise you. So I thought that was magnificent, and that's what we're all about in Monroe.
Absolutely. Yeah. Todd, can you talk about the fighters that's going to be on the card? People of the names they may not know. Talk about the people that you've trained, and again, forgive me for my voice is loose, but I have been really sick. But I felt this was important to talk about. So Todd, talk about the fighters that they're going to see.
Well, we're going to have Aaron Carter coming, and Aaron Carter is a top prospect. He's one of the best fighters in the country for sure, So he'll be the main event of this, and he's. I was hoping to possibly turning pro in December, but he's just not right there mentally yet. But skill wise, he's definitely there skill wise. So he'll be doing probably the main event there. I have a couple of the other younger guys that are come up and coming. We got Alante Johnson will have his third fight. Alante will be there. I have Cole Wilson, who Cole is the band member, and his grandfather used to be the principal of Monroe High School.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so he'll be fighting. I have Weston Phil Beck will have his first fight. There's a younger kid, and have some other kids, a little Maximus, and a lot of new guys going to get their first fight. So it'll be good for them. So it's exciting. But Stefan brought up a great point about just keeping the legacy going from great coaches that we've had, because what is so nice about our program, and I'm telling you, there's not a program around like our program, because we don't charge the kids any money. Everybody else charges them money, and I never got charged. I mean, Rico never got charged. Bronco never got charged. Derek never did. And it's great that we can help these kids and even provide equipment for these kids. There's nowhere that does this around the state of Michigan that does what we do. Nobody does, and it's great. And I can't thank Stephanie enough, because it helps me, my stress levels. I don't have to go out looking for sponsors all the time to help pay for things. So I thank Stephanie for that, big time for that. She's taking a big burden off me.
That means
I think it's important here to thank the United Way, because the United Way has supported the boxing program for a long time.
Yes, you're so true. So true. Yeah. I'm sorry I forgot about them, because Connie knows. Connie's dear to my heart.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully in the near future something we've been working on is this boxing gym. We're going to get it. And I'm putting that in the ethos. It's going to happen. Shout out to Mike Cochran in the city for really trying to help us get to that space.
Yeah.
We're going to get it. And once we get that, I'm telling you, if you see us right now and we get this boxing gym, We will be the premier boxing gym in the country. I'm telling you right now, we will be premier boxing gym in the country. I'm telling you right now, mark my words, you heard it here first. There'll be no stopping us. There'll be no stopping us. And there's one thing that we can't overlook either, which is very important, is the aspect of taking kids off the street.
Yes.
Giving them something, discipline. Boxing is not just about your skill set. Well, boxing, a skill set can be discipline. You know what I mean? To have discipline could be a skill set. But we're teaching them not only the skills in the ring, but outside of the ring. We're having these one-on-one conversations with these kids to make sure they're getting everything they possibly can.
Yes.
And I think that is important. We cannot miss that. And with your support, I'm talking about the community support. So when you come to our boxing show, please understand that the money that you're paying is not only you're going to see excitement, but it goes back into our kids. We're pouring it back to our kids. And
Yes.
that's the important thing. You're not just coming to see an event. You're giving back as well by helping buy a ticket, by buying concessions and all that other stuff. So thank you for your support. And we want this house to be packed for these kids that's fighting for the first. Come out and support our children, our youth.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, Todd? Talk about that, man. How important that is.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, well, listen, the nice thing about it is that when you come out there, you want to be able to see your own fans out there with you. I mean, when they yell you, when they introduce your name and they yell for you, there's nothing better than, or when they raise your hand when you get that W and you get the fans cheering for you, it's priceless, is what it is. It's definitely priceless. So please come out and help support these young kids and help them continue their dreams to being a great boxers one day. Yeah.
Hey, Steph, there's something to be, you're a football guy, right? There's something to be saying about home field advantage, right? Having a whole crowd behind you, right? As someone that's a Hall of Famer in football, tell me what it's like to have the crowd behind you and having home field advantage.
I'll tell you what, there's nothing like it in the world. Just gives you adrenaline, a fuel, desire. It's about pride. Especially when you have your hometown or your county cheering for you, screaming for you. And I'll tell you what, these amateur fights, they are amazing. I mean, these kids go after it, man. And you see who has heart and who doesn't.
That's right.
And the greatest thing, though, is to see their faces and the joy, on their faces after their victory, when they fought hard, even when they lose, when they know they gave it all.
That's it. Yeah.
Short. But they're trying and they don't give up. That's what's the greatest thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's something.
And being a good sportsman too about it, Steph. Like you said, being a good sports about it. And I always tell the kids, you know what? No matter whether we win or lose, you go out and do your best and be a good sportsman about it, because it's not if you don't get the decision you want, it's not the kid's fault. I mean, we'll talk to the judges about that later.
Well, and the important thing about that, Todd, is it's a character builder.
Yes.
It's going to prove who you are, being a young man or young lady in the future, who you are, because that proves it right there, showing character. When you lose, to have discipline and respect for the game or the fight.
Yes.
And to be honorable.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Great point.
And Boxing Wars is an event that we want to put on to make so you don't have to go to the big cities like Detroit or Ohio. You could actually come to Monroe and get the same type of feel that you would in a big city, because we want to make it safe. We want to make it classy. We want to make it an event that you can be proud of, to say our city puts on a great show. And that's what we came to do, was to put on a great show that you can enjoy and you could be proud of. And then you can follow these boxers in their careers. I remember a young Bronco McCarty. That was my best friend growing up. So I remember his rise to where he became. I remember my brother. I remember those moments, and you can do the same with these young fighters that's coming up, the Aaron Carters. Aaron Carter has a chance to be a world champion.
Yes.
And this is your opportunity to see him live. Maybe his last amateur, show before we don't know. But
exactly.
You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss the next world champion that coming through our city. And talk about, Stephanie, if you can, talk about why it's important to have it here in Monroe and at the Center Opportunity Center, and what it does for our community.
Well, so we've been doing these boxing shows now for 4 years, I think, and the energy in the room for these events is undeniable. With the mural in the Opportunity Center gym and the lights and everything, I mean, it's just a really amazing event to support our kids. You know, we've tried very hard to encourage our mentoring and our Center Youth League recreation programs and really growing upon all of those programs. And Todd's really been the cornerstone of that because boxing's been around for such a long, long time. But it's important to have these events at the Opportunity Center so people get involved and they can see for themselves the types of great work that we're doing at the center. Now, you guys, Aaron and Stefan, are both on the advisory council, so you know all the work that we've put in over the last 5 years, not only to transform the space and you know, make it a safe space for everybody who is involved at the center, but also you know the transformation that is coming. And so, you know, we just keep pouring into the Opportunity Center and pouring into the kids. And I think, you know, that will pay off for us in spades just by seeing young people become good citizens.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
there's something else I'd be remiss by not mentioning. I want to give a huge shout out to my Never Say Never family. My son AJ with the marketing, and my brother Stefan and Chrissy and Geese and Todd, and they really do a lot of hard work behind the scenes to make sure this happens. And this is a really special event for us because Chrissy Montague will be the ring announcer. And for those that don't know, her husband, Gotti, just overcame and beat cancer. And he's going to be our special guest that night. I can't imagine what that family went through during that time of when he fought and fought and fought. And he is a survivor. He's a tough guy. He loves boxing, and he beat cancer. So he knocked out cancer, and we're going to make sure that we recognize that. And this is what the community does. We come together for each other. We have each other's back. We uplift each other, and we support each other. And I know how hard it's going to be for Chrissy to see her husband there. And I'm sure emotions can get really, wild. But to have that love and support of your community is something that you cannot undervalue or underestimate or marginalize. It's really important. So you're going to see us with T-shirts that says Gotti got it. And we also got T-shirts that says Boxing Wars 2. They will be on sale there that night. So I just want to encourage everybody to continue to support our boxing program, support those people in our community that needs our support, because that's what we do. That's who we are. And I just had to say that, Steph. Do you echo that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, Gotti's a hometown guy.
Yes.
I always supported the Opportunity Center, the ALCC, avid Monroe High fan.
Yeah.
Supports everything in Monroe. And I think, I love our community. I love our town. And Aaron and I, every time we promote Monroe. We promote Monroe.
Yeah.
We promote our athletes. We promote our people like Todd Riggs and Stephanie. Have some pride in your county, your city, your town, your young kids. That's what's going to make the city better and greater. So yeah, I'm excited, man. It is so much fun. It's so much drama. Like Stephanie said, the atmosphere is unreal. It's so exciting, man. When you see all these family members screaming and oh my God, I get chills.
I know.
So exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
With Todd playing the music, Todd Dumas playing the music in between, you're really gonna get that boxing feel that gives you that energy, that excitement. We got about 3 minutes left. Todd, do you want to say anything else about the event, the time, what time to get there, how much it is to get in, and all that good stuff?
Entry fee is, and doors open at
5 o'clock. Yeah.
The show starts at 6 o'clock. Come get your seat early. We're going to have some really, really good boxing matches. So if you're into the boxing, please come out and support us. Like I say, you're helping the kids. You're helping the community center down there, and we really appreciate everybody that comes on out there. You want me to say anything about some sponsors we have?
Sure, absolutely. Please.
Thank Ford. We like Ron Evans, Starboard, We'd like to thank Grew Olds, Caldwell Banker, Real Estate Jack Jarmo and them, Keith Masman from Mag, Cadillac Chevrolet. Then we have the pipe fitters as well. We'd like to thank all those guys. Just a lot of those are our table sponsors. We'd like to thank them very much.
And we can't forget the Monroe County Tourism Bureau, who came in as a new sponsor this year for us. So Cody over at the Tourism Bureau, very, very supportive this year. So we thank them as well.
Yes.
No, our sponsors are a huge part of supporting community events like this. And, it really helps our community when sponsors get behind us. And that's why we continue to support the businesses in our communities, right? Because we know the sponsors that give back. And we want to thank all those sponsors that participated in helping this become what a successful event. We can't do it without them either. You feel me, Steph? Any words before you get out of here, Steph?
Yeah, come support our community, come support our kids. It's we're just trying to inspire the next generation of fighters in Monroe. And like Aaron said, I believe it too. We're gonna make Monroe like world famous with this new boxing gym and new opportunity center that we're gonna have. It is beautiful. You will be amazed. Come support us now.
Amen. I couldn't say it any better. Todd, man, I'll always want to give you your flowers while you're here, man. I just want to say this program would not be where it is if it wasn't for you, brother, and Keith as well. We thank you. We honor you. We say thank you for all the love you pour into our children, that you pour into our children. That should not go unnoticed or unrecognized, man. And I love you for that, brother. I love you to life for that. You make a difference. You make a difference. I don't know how long you're going to continue to do this, but I know no one will be able to take your place. That's for damn sure. I just love you, man. Keep doing the great job that you're doing with our kids, man. And you have our support 100%. We got you.
Thanks. I appreciate you guys so much. And you guys make it so much easier for me. Trust me, you really do. And I appreciate that.
You got it. With that being said, Steph, man, we out of here, man. Please pray for your brother. I'm trying to get over this cold that I got. I'm taking his medicine. I'm going to be right up there Saturday, though. We're going to have a ball. So with that being said, Steph, we leave with love and respect.
And unity to inspire change.
In order to see clearly,
you have to see gray.
We see gray.
You.
Peace. One love. I'll see you guys Saturday. One.
Take care. We'll see you.